Here in Story County, we will have 30,000 people vote on November 2nd. It's the way the numbers work. It's going to be right around 30,000. We know from looking at past history, thanks, Cal. Callie doesn't like past history. If it's history, it's already past.
It's really a long time ago.
That's right. If you look at voter turnout records, we know who 24,000 of the 30,000 that are going to vote are. I mean, we know exactly there are. Mary Mosman can pull a list tomorrow for you that shows you the 24,000 that vote every single time that we open it up. We know we're going to have 30. So that means there's 6,000 votes out there that we're not real sure where they're going to come from. I guess, first of all, I'll tell you those 24,000, about 9,600 of them are Democrats, which I've just said doesn't really tell you a whole lot, but it does tell you a little bit. 8,000 of them or so are Republicans, and 6,400 are no party people. The other 6,000, we really have no idea where the makeup is. Generally, that shifts greatly depending on the current environment. But it's those 6,000 that we're not sure who they are or where they're going to come from. Those are the 6,000 that are going to determine success or not in every one of these elections. Studies have shown that the best way to convince what I call a non-reliable voter, somebody that you can't count on to turn up and vote every single time, the best way to get a non-reliable voter out is to see them face to face and ask them to vote and offer them the opportunity to vote absentee. Again, here in Story County, we have 15,000 registered Republicans. I will view those registered Republicans as tending to be more conservative. Not completely true in all cases, but I think it's a fair bet to make. If we know we've got 15,000 and we know that 8,000 of them are reliable voters, that also tells us that 7,000 of them are not reliable voters. And if we can find a way to take those 7,000 and make sure that they make up the majority of that 6,000 that votes on Election Day that we don't know about, then we're going to have a great day on Election Day. And the way that's going to happen is they're going to be asked. Once they're asked, the odds of them voting go up about 50% if they're asked face-to-face. Phone calls don't come close. Direct mail does not come close to imparting the same impact. And so if you talk about one person or even 10 people trying to reach these 7,000, it's unreasonable to do in 214 days. But if you talk about putting together a big group of people that are willing to talk to several people, take several of their weekends and talk to several people on those weekends, then all of a sudden you can have a great impact on reaching these people. A.J. Spiker and the local Republican Party are going to run a program this year doing just that. And it can, if you look at the math of these elections, it can have a great impact on what happens in the future. I'll be glad to answer any questions as I finish, but I'll just finish my little brief talk with this. I firmly believe, and I would hope that you would join me in this belief, that government should be more interested in giving power to families than itself. It should be more interested in fiscal responsibility and place that ahead of kickbacks, perks, and goodies to elected officials. It should absolutely place entrepreneurs ahead of bureaucrats. It should put transparency ahead of expediency, honesty ahead of popularity, and absolutely embrace new ideas ahead of the status quo as we look to improve this government. Thank you very much, and I'll be glad to take any questions about my race or any other thoughts I might have.